I am Jadon Se, Dragon of the Third Arc of Consciousness, and this is a message from the Dragon. Today's message, Solstice Energies. Dear ones, not many really truly understand what the solstice is. For thousands of years, cultures have celebrated the movement of the sun, every day rising a little earlier or a little later, until it makes a journey as far south or north as it will go, for the longest day of the year or the shortest day of the year, and then it seems to turn around. Your modern science says this is simply due to the angle of the axis of your world. As this angled axis spins and your planet revolves around the sun, the angle of sunlight changes. Quite simply, it is a cycle of orbit. But dear ones, your scientists and your seers and your ancient traditions seldom mention why the planet has an angle such as it does. Very seldom do you hear that there is a design behind this. Some will talk about the precession of the equinoxes, how your planet moves 1 degree every 72 years. This grand cycle. But dear ones, why do they not speak about why this axis wobbles over time? Indeed, it is because your sun has a companion star. Indeed, that companion star is deeply intertwined with human experience. And at the solstice, there are these windows of consciousness that open at these times. For the human psyche, the human consciousness begins to ponder once again the movement of the sun in relationship to your world. Ancient cultures created great megaliths and sculptures, statues, pyramids, the Sphinx. Each of them oriented at one solstice or another to encode messages. For the original Sphinx, for example, was a lion. Yes, a lion, not a pharaoh. And this Sphinx, upon the summer solstice, sunrise of the summer solstice, pointed directly at a constellation, the constellation marking the time of its creation. But, and one might guess that that was Leo, which means that this Sphinx was created many thousands of years ago, the last time the summer solstice sun was in Leo. But these messages are simply meant to remind humanity of the grandness of being, of this world and your own consciousness. For dear ones, the solstice is a window where like-minded consciousness around the cosmos flows in. So, there are those who believe that the constellations themselves have energies. Your astrologers will tell you that the moment of your birth says much about your energetic signature. This is not incorrect information, dear ones. However, there is a bigger, deeper story, and that is the galaxy is alive. Yes, dear ones, the stars themselves are conscious, and the beings who group around stars are conscious as well, and are attracted to the vibrational nature of that star system. Let us take the Arcturus system, for example. Arcturus has a certain vibrational signature. It is a part of constellations in the sky that bring a consciousness, that of beautiful wisdom, deep knowledge and understanding, rational thought, diplomacy, deep humanities such as music, art. You call them humanities. There are beings across the stars that you would consider to be humans. And even if they do not appear in human bodies, you would consider them to be human spirits because they are so much like yours. Dear ones, at the time of the solstice, when consciousness is returning to celestial matters, when awareness is upon the energies coming in, or the energies in alignment, or the longest or the shortest day of the year, how thin or thick the veil is, you are opening to a conversation on a galactic scale. Yes, dear ones, a conversation. Consciousness does not need words to convey information, to convey feelings, to convey understandings, to give blessings or bestow healings. Right now, there is a great blessing upon your world. For this solstice not only is an opening of consciousness, of which I have just spoken, it is also an opportunity to mark the advancement of this beautiful world and this beautiful humanity living on its surface. We do not speak of the inner worlds. We do not speak of other dimensional beings that gather around this your world in the fifth and above dimensions. We are speaking now of the third and fourth dimensional surface humans, your civilizations as you know them, are being blessed at this moment. Such celebration is pouring in. It is very much like a celebration with fireworks. Very much like jubilation, a jubilee of sorts. Yes, many in the cosmos are focused on what is happening on this your Gaia right now. And when so much attention is focused, the galactic conversation becomes very deep and beautiful. Blessings are pouring in right now from the angelics, from the galactics, yes, from your cosmic dragons, yes, from your terrestrial dragons as well. Dear ones, feel the energies upon you. Welcome them in as appropriate. You mostly know, most of you listening to this, that there is a certain way of receiving energies, a certain hygiene, people say, whereby there is an agreement that I will only accept energies and blessings and activations that are for my highest good in the eyes of my highest self or the highest divine. When one has such a consciousness, such a set of boundaries, you might say, or one has such a focus, you are certain to let in blessings that are for your highest good. You are certain to let in energies that will bring greater health, greater abundance, joyfulness. If not immediately, then it is their aim over the arc of some destiny of yours. Dear ones, you are being blessed. Right now, just settle in to the stillness inside of yourself and feel. What do you feel when you are just breathing? Just let the thoughts that are in your mind go and feel. Do you feel the energies pouring in from the cosmos, from other dimensions, from your guides, those who love you and want the best for you? Do you feel their gaze upon you? Do you feel their hearts connected with yours? Do you feel their energetics connecting with you? Good. Many of you just got the memo from the stars, from the cosmos, from ancestors, from guides, from angels. Whether you heard a message or not, that moment of stillness was an opening within you, much like the solstice. You might call it an inner solstice. You created an opening to let in the blessings that are for your highest good, in the eyes of the highest divine, or your highest self, or substitute your word for God or Spirit. Let this blessing ring through every cell in your bodies. Let this blessing vibrate every iota of your beingness. You are loved, deeply loved, and deeply blessed on this your summer solstice. Some of you are understanding that you do not have to wait for a certain date or celestial arrangement to open yourself to such blessings. As you are guided, let these blessings continue whenever you wish. I am Jadon Se, in love with this opening and in love with humanity.